want to tell the story, man, because this is a very emotional time for me, man. I was in San Gabriel Valley, man, up in North Hollywood, the Blue Line, and I got caught up out there. I'm walking, and there's like all these hieroglyphs, right? There's always like these signs, like these things that are being shown to me. I'm looking at these hieroglyphs, and I'm in this like Adam and Eve thing, like Adam and Eve, and it always comes back to the same, like not so much anymore. But at that time, it was like Adam and Eve and fucking, I was figuring out the spirit and like Genesis and all. Like, and there's hieroglyphs, and there's this hieroglyph of like this and that, and I'm in the San Gabriel Valley and whatever. This is before like I had come to the conclusion that Jesus was saved, right? But I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking I had been put through like a lot of different like manifestation stuff, like if you manifest this, if you think this, you make it true. And like that's how superstitions get started, right? Because the Spirit of God rests upon this world and it just works. And this world just works because the Spirit of God, because it is good. God created this world and it is good. Now, the only difference is if you make it bad or you invite that in because you are the creation that God works through, then you create whatever, and then you think that that's manifestation, but it's really not. Anyway, but it's super complicated, like, not really. But that's where I was at that time, and like I'm going through it, and I walked and walked and walked because God makes me walk everywhere. Because Adam walks with Him, Abraham walks with God. Everybody walks with God. It's not a writer. You walk with God. You walk with God and whatever. So like I came to the end of where we were at, and like he changed the scenario of the city. Like he does that a lot of times, and I couldn't get out. And there shouldn't have been a train right there for me to get on the Metro Link. And I'm sitting there and I'm walking, and I start yelling. I'm upset. And he takes me down, and I get upset, about Eve because, like, I think that, like, me and Eve are supposed to be together, and like I'm going through like some very emotional stuff. And God says to me at this time, this is the point in time, He looks at me and He says, you know what? Everything that you've been shown for the last 10 years is total bullshit. You've taken your whole life from the point in time when I came to you and you were in prison and manifested these things and showed these things to you, and everything that you followed after that is complete nonsense. And you took your whole life. This is your whole life. No, it actually isn't nonsense, but this is the point he was making. I'm telling you right now, everything that you know, everything that you've learned, everything that you've been taught, all these languages and all this secret information that you're able to decipher is complete bullshit. And I started crying. Tears. I was devastated. I was completely devastated. I'm completely devastated. I'm standing there. God just told me everything that I done for up to that point. Like I thought I was like coming out on the other side. Oh my God, I'm gonna get this trophy or whatever. He looked at me and he said, "You know what? Everything that you've done is complete nonsense." I was devastated. Like I mean, I didn't. I mean, it was one time. Like there's a lot of times. Like there's like nothing. Like you would think that I would give up or quit or commit suicide or whatever. But that was the one time I was like, oh my God, I do not know what to do with myself. And then he stopped me and he looked at me and he said, now you need to realize I'm sending you to go tell these people that everything that they have based their whole lives on are bullshit. Now remember how you felt at this moment, because that's what I'm sending you to go do. This is their whole identity. And we're not talking about the Eucharist or Mary. I'm sending you to tell these people that everything that you remember exactly how you felt at this moment in the San Gabriel Valley. You remember this because this is what I'm sending you to go tell these people to do. You need to realize how serious this is.